Have you ever felt trapped in the labyrinth of feelings for someone who simply doesn't feel the same about you? Supreme, imagine this: you're there, dedicating time, energy, and emotions to someone who, in reality, isn't interested in you. It hurts. Right. It's like a wound that keeps growing. But, do you know what's even more painful? To blindly pursue someone's attention like a puppet, who isn't willing to offer you anything in return. Imagine obsessing over someone who doesn't value you. It's like being a dog chasing a bone, but this bone will never be yours. Don't you have any pride? The simple fact that someone is kind to you doesn't mean they're interested. Nothing is that easy. In reality, it's more embarrassing to follow someone who secretly considers you annoying. Let me share a personal experience that led me to understand these signals in a painful way. I remember being completely emotionally invested in people who clearly didn't feel the same way about me. I was holding on to something that was never mine. It was pathetic and, looking back, the signs were clear: she wasn't interested. Surely, she mocked the situation with her friends, and rightfully so. You know, when you don't respect yourself, you deserve to be treated like a clown. But this time, I don't want you to fall into that game. I don't want you to be a joke for someone else. That's why today we're going to go through 10 signs that could indicate that this person isn't interested in you. Yes, it can hurt, but the pain you'll feel from watching this video will save you from being hurt again. So, are you ready, Supreme? Let's go. Let's begin. Number 10. You're sending more text messages than she is. Let me tell you something: when a girl talks a lot and you're investing more in the conversation than she is, it not only shows an imbalance but also reveals something important: you're lower on her list of priorities. It's painful, I know. Believing that you're the only person she talks to is deceiving yourself. Youre probably one of her last options. Feeling like that, far from being her first choice, is difficult, but even harder is accepting it. Women reserve those long messages, those deep confessions, for someone who really matters to them. When their responses are short, cold, or brief, she probably doesn't see you in the way you want to be seen. Number 9. Talks about other men. When a woman constantly talks about other men, whether celebrities or her ex, it can be disheartening and even annoying. It's like she's showing you a sign that she's not really interested in sharing her time with you. I know it can be difficult, but sometimes it's better to free yourself from that situation. You don't deserve to be a mere spectator in her life. Don't feel bad about stepping away and moving forward. It's time for you to put yourself first and focus on someone who truly values you. Number 8. Falsehood can hurt a lot. It's painful when a girl pretends not to be interested in you. Sometimes they resort to subtle lies like mentioning a non-existent boyfriend or mysteriously disappearing. Women can be complicated, I know. And even though sometimes they're truly busy, when a valuable man shows interest in them, they make space in their life. You shouldn't be a last-minute option. A valuable man deserves clarity and reciprocity in relationships. It's time to look for someone who respects and values you for who you are. Number 7. Doesn't ask questions. If a woman shows no interest in getting to know you on a personal level and doesn't ask questions about you, it can be disheartening. Mystery can be attractive, yes, but if she shows no curiosity about you as a person, she might not be interested. It's exhausting to feel like you're having a conversation with yourself, right? When a girl doesn't make an effort to learn more about you, it can be a clear sign of lack of interest. An interested woman will seek to know more about you, be interested in your stories, your life, and want to connect on a deeper level. Number 6. Cancels plans. Does she commit to plans and then cancel them without clear explanations or without trying to reschedule? Once it can be understandable, but if it becomes a constant, it can be painful. Life happens, of course, but if she doesn't show consideration or sincerely apologize, she might be showing disinterest. Being inconsiderate with your time can be a clear sign that maybe she doesn't value your presence in her life. Number 5. she spends time on her phone. If you're with a woman and she's constantly distracted by her phone, it can be disheartening and make you feel disregarded. Do you really think she's busy with something important? It's painful to feel like you're competing for her attention with social media or someone else through messages. If she doesn't show interest in being present with you, it's best to consider getting up and leaving that situation. You deserve someone who values your company and gives you the attention you deserve. Number 4. Lack of interest. If she suggests meeting halfway or seems to limit her commitment on the date, it could be an indication of her interest. Women have choices when choosing, yes, but when a woman is truly interested in someone, she makes an effort to be with that person. If she doesn't show willingness to commit or seems to be careful with her resources, you may not be her priority. You don't deserve to be a second choice. Remember, someone who is genuinely interested in you will do what it takes to be by your side and will value your presence in their life. Number 3. Seeks to be with someone else. If despite your interest, she constantly seeks to involve her friends in her encounters with you, it can be disheartening and make you feel excluded. Women value alone time, and if she avoids those moments with you, it could be a sign of lack of interest. We all need alone time to truly connect. If she doesn't seem interested in that with you, it might be better to consider moving on and finding someone who values those moments with you. Number 2. Lack of emotions. Excitement is key when inviting someone out. If she shows little enthusiasm or hesitates when accepting your invitation, it could be a sign of genuine disinterest. When someone is excited to spend time with you, they show it with joy and enthusiasm. If you notice that she seems indecisive or unenthusiastic, it may be an indication that her feelings are not as strong as you hope. Number 1. Doubt in her actions. Enthusiasm when accepting a date is crucial. If she seems uncertain, unhesitant, or doubtful when accepting to go out with you, she might not be accepting for the right reasons. These can lead to misunderstandings or being used for wrong reasons. In these situations, it's essential to pay attention to these signals and make decisions that prioritize your emotional well-being. Women like to feel comfortable with physical contact when there's mutual attraction. However, when a woman doesn't show willingness for romantic physical contact, it can be uncomfortable and disappointing. It's important to understand that each person has their own personal space, and when someone isn't interested, they set up barriers. If you feel she's pulling away or showing discomfort when you get close, it's a clear sign of lack of interest. Sometimes, even if she seems friendly, her actions speak louder than her words. When a woman is genuinely interested, she doesn't mind physical contact and, in fact, finds it exciting. It's essential to respect boundaries and the signals the other person gives us. Rejection can hurt, but it's important to understand that everyone seeks different levels of connection and comfort in a relationship. Accepting these signals helps us prioritize our own comfort and emotional well-being. The pain of feeling ignored can be overwhelming and leave a deep mark on our emotional state. That's why I invite you to share your story with us in the comments. And before you go, I want to invite you to watch our next video where we'll explore effective strategies to make that woman think about you all the time. I'm sure you'll find useful tips to overcome these experiences and regain your confidence. Remember, you're not alone. Thank you for being part of this community, and if this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe. See you, Supreme.